Hello, everyone. Welcome to my plan with me. I'm so excited to do this with you. It's been a while since I've done a weekly plan with me. I have, if you watched my planner lineup, you may have seen that I've kind of already moved into this planner. I haven't figured how I'm doing everything in here, but I didn't film the setup. I may film like after the setup and finishing it, setting up kind of video, but I just needed a break in December and I wanted to dive in without feeling like obligated to be on camera. So I feel a little bit bad. My setup videos are always my most popular videos. They always are. So I felt like I was kind of missing out on the opportunity, but at the same time, it wasn't worth my headspace was not in it in December, and I just had to be in my planner for fun for me for a little bit. So yeah. We're on week 3 planning in here, and this is my first plan with me with it, but that's okay. So I am in the Hemlock and Oak Minimalist, I think is what it's called, A5, and I'm loving it. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but I did order kind of by mistake. I didn't realize that the Minimalist was a different size than their normal A5. This is more like your standard A5 size, and it's similar in sizing to the Hobonichi cousin in here. I thought I was getting the one that I've used in the past, which has 1.5-inch columns and can use my standard sticker kits. So almost sold this. And then last second, I thought, Hobonichi cousin kits, why don't I use those and just enjoy this smaller size this year? So that's what I'm going to do. And I've actually really liked it. So we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it for this year, and I'm just going to enjoy it. This is in that beautiful witching hour cover. I think it's available still. I know it's sold out in some sizes, but I think it's still available. So if you like this kit and you have a different size planner, this kit was released today. It's called Cozy Critters, I think. And there is the decor sheet. I'm using all transparent stickers today. My Hobonichi kits are offered in transparent. I will warn you with this. My white matte stickers are removable, and so you can move them around. The transparent stickers are much more permanent. And so when you put them down, just be a little bit careful about your placement. But this is the decor sheet, and then this is the Hobonichi kit. So here's like the main kit, numbers and all sorts of cuteness there. And then the boxes, which I love. And again, these are on transparent. This third page, which has your checklists and different boxes, and I love these. So it works beautifully. Here's the first week I did. Here is last week. And I will say this is going to be a little bit more minimal in the decor because I have a memory planner that I'm going heavy duty on. And this is mostly to help me functionally time block out my time. One of my goals this year is just to be a little bit more wise about how I spend my time so that I'm not working 10-hour days, 6 days a week. It was a rough year of me not figuring out routines. And so that's one thing that I've done this year is I'm reframing how I plan, and I am time blocking out my time. And I'm also kind of getting rid of a daily. You'll have to watch, if you're interested in all of that, my planner lineup video. I do have a journal, an A6 journal that I will use as an overflow if this isn't enough to-dos for the day. But so far, this has been working great for me. So this is last week. These stickers are almost all from my Advent, and I just love the way it turned out, so it's so cute. This week, we are going to use this kit. This kit is a wintry kit. It kind of I wouldn't say it's like right out Valentine's-y because it's orange, but there's lots of like hearts, love you more, chilly hands, happy hearts. The decor sheet has like lots of little hearts and different things. The gloves have little hearts on it. So it's kind of Valentine's-y without being outright Valentine's, which I kind of like because it's not Valentine's week and I wanted to use it. So this was released today. I do have a coupon code that will be good through Friday that you can use if you're interested in purchasing. And then of course we have our standard YouTube friends one that you can use after that. I'm very excited about this release. So to get started, I want to put down my big washi. I love this washi. It kind of looks like a sweater. And These are all sized specifically for the Hobonichi cousin. And so just be aware of that. Like most things fit pretty well, but it's not like a perfect fit because it is a Hobonichi cousin kit. So this thicker washi, I'm going to line up right below the 10 o'clock hour. And just like I said, be aware, once you put this washi down, it's down, or not this washi, but these stickers, the transparent stickers, once you put them down, they're kind of down. So you can move them a little bit if you're careful, but they are not going to move easily. Not like my white mat. I do make the white mat for this kit if you are interested in that one over this. I know a lot of people prefer the white mat stickers because they're easier to write on as well. They're not as finicky. I like the transparent because in a book bound, it doesn't bulk up the planner. They're very thin, but I probably will use a combination of it through the year. The next thing I want to do, I kind of want to use this as well. This washi here, this thin washi. And I'm trying to decide if I just want to layer it like that or if I want it up here. I think I am going to add it right below this. So you can see, even though this is sized for the Hobonichi cousin, it fits pretty dang close to this one. It's a great sticker kit size for this planner if you get it. If you get their normal vertical, go with the K kits, the standard weekly kits. Those ones will fit better in there. So you can see with this, I'm holding the washi up so it doesn't go down because unlike my white matte stickers that I would be able to peel back up again, this one I will not. It makes it a little bit harder to cut, but I don't want it to go down and then have to rip it when it comes back up again. All right, and then I want to use one of these to cover this calendar. I think I'm going to use this one here with the trees just because it's a little bit more simple and I don't want it to be too busy because these words are going to show through. So now I can still see the calendar underneath that box, but it's pretty busy, so I wouldn't have wanted words on there. All right, so there we have like the basic layout that I want to go on. And then I also want to add this Hello Weekend over here. Another thing with these transparent stickers, they're thinner, and so they don't tear really easy, but they do tear a little bit easier than the white matte ones. And so just when you're pulling them up, pull them gently off of the page. All right, that looks darling. I definitely want to leave room for some of these cuties. I love this critter here, this little bear. He's so cute. And I think I kind of wish I would have put him right there underneath the Hello Weekend. Let me see. This is what I'm talking about. It's not super easy to pull up, but nope, it's not going to happen. Okay, but I would have loved him right there. Huh? Okay, I'm going to hold off on him until we do some of our planning for the week because I need to figure out what's going on before I put him down. Okay, if this were not the transparent stickers, I would probably put these up here, but because I can see the dates through, I don't really need them twice. So I'm actually going to save these for my daily planner and my daily journal and use them in there. I think they'll be so cute in there. But I want to add one of these stickers, and I think I'm going to do the orange to just below this because I'm going to have a to-do list over here for the week. And then I have all of these stickers, so I'm going to put this week on top of that. And then down here, I want to put these checklists, not those ones. I have the long checklist here, but I have shorter checklists over here that are just 5. And I feel like that's a better amount for my daily lists. And these line up pretty perfectly with the Hemlock and Oak. So if you are using a Hemlock and Oak, you can pretty much use the Hobonichi cousin. If you're in this size of Hemlock and Oak, these stickers fit pretty well. I believe that their larger Hemlock and Oak still have the same grid size. So you probably can still use this if you want to. But yeah, I think these checklists are so good. So let's talk about pens that you can use with transparent stickers. They're a little bit more finicky. I will say that. It's kind of something that obviously a transparent sticker is not going to be the same as a white matte sticker that's basically just like planner paper. But I have found that my favorite thing is a fast drying gel pen on these stickers. So I use a Uniball Zento or a Uniball 1P, and they seem to work really well on it. Give it a little bit of drying time. It doesn't need tons of drying time, but a little bit of drying time. And then it should be good. So you can see in the weeks before I wrote on these stickers here and here, this transparent sticker, and I just wrote on it with my Uniball 1P. So this and everything, it works really well. I tried to write on it with a permanent marker pen, like a Sharpie would work best, but I actually think this is better. So, okay, so on this, I have these to-do stickers, and I'm going to use them for above each checklist. And then one of the other things I want to do is add in one of these. And I use these for writing down my reading for the week. I'm trying to read the Old Testament this week. Or not this week, this year. Maybe I'll put it down here. I forgot to cut this, so I just have to leave it down. But I normally like my sidebar to not have this going all the way over, but I mistakenly did that. So I think I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to write the chapters I need to read for the Old Testament here. All right, I also want to add in these little like torn pages. I just think it's cute, and I'm just going to put this one here. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here in this corner with this one. So you can see this kind of comes together pretty easy because I'm not doing anything very complicated. And it's not a bulky layout because of the transparent stickers. So the next thing I want to do is just time block in some of the appointments we have during the week. I don't know if every week I'm going to do this because, it's our schedule. I'm actually living out of this. So what I like to do and how I've been doing it is I dash out when I'm going to be gone. So the 6 o'clock hour here, and then I draw a line down. And then I've been really just liking a more minimal look. Something I found a lot of color on the page is distracting my eyes. It's kind of, I don't know, it's hard to see. So I really am liking just gray behind my words right now. Probably in the summer, I'll want more color, but right now in the winter, I'm loving this gray. And I'm using the mild liner. What is this? I don't know what color this is because this is in Japanese, but I think it's just dark gray or something. It's just the one from their standard kit, their 10, box. So highlight out the top of that like that, write in where I'm going to be. So this is a workout, and that's what I do for the week. So I also like to time block in when I'm going to be working in the sticker shop. So this day is from 1 to 3 or 8 to 3 is when I'm working. And if it's long like that, I do like to use a ruler if you don't care about being finicky like me. It's cute, I think, if it's not perfectly straight too. And then again, I would just put a little highlighted line like that. And then I'm going to just write HCP for HanCanPlan. And then I can do work, underneath that. Now, one thing I have been doing, if it's a long work hour like that, is I like to put some clean color dots underneath it, and I'll list the things I want to get done during that time, and then I'll leave them off down here. And it just helps me kind of hours during that time. So I'm just going to put a few dots so that I can figure out what I'm going to do during that time. And then I'll do that for the whole week. This would probably be the most boring thing to watch, so I'm going to come back after it's all done. But I don't have anything specifically on Monday night, so that's when I would bring in these kind of decor pieces, because I do like to have a little bit of decor in my day or in my week. I don't want a ton. I don't want it to get crazy busy, but I do like to add in just a little bit of these decor pieces. So I'll add in the cute boxes, these transparent boxes. And then over here as well, I want to add in some clean color dots for underneath this week, just to mark a to-do list down the side here. And that's how I'll go throughout the week. I'm going to finish this up really quick, and I will be back. I have most of our stuff in here. I still want to fit this bear over here for some reason. I think I'm going to have him stand. I don't have a ton going on this weekend that I need to plan out. So I think I'm just going to have him stand on the Hello Weekend. I think that's cute because I really want him to go in there. And then I want to put this Love You More in somewhere just because I think it's adorable. I wonder if it would fit right here. I think that's cute. And this bear's kind of already in there. So let's see. The squirrel climbing down the page would be cute. He kind of looks like he's like climbing down your plans. And what else? There's a lot of cute ones that I could choose from. Maybe this cute mug. I think I'm going to put it there. I feel like it looks kind of empty up here, but I actually have something I need to put up there later, just with what's going on this week. Okay, so I feel like that is pretty good. I do want to put something for date night here. I think I'm going to use a red. I feel like this side needs some red, or it's actually like a dark orange. And I'm just putting this down for date night. So you can see this is a Uniball Zento signature. So it's just a Uniball Zento in a fancier, it has like a magnet, more solid pen case. But the refill inside is just a Uniball Zento. These are sold out if you can ever get one. I have this in the black, and then I just got like a champagne color. I love them, but I love the Uniball Zento. So before you invest in these, because they're 24, 20 something, and do not buy them on Amazon, because right now, because they're sold out, that people are like selling them for $80, $100. They're not worth that. But I do think they're worth 20, 25, whatever they are on the website. I just got a reminder I got notified if it ever was restocked, and I grabbed them when they restocked. So that's what I would recommend if you are interested in it. But the Uniball Zento, I feel like writes on it pretty well. This is a 0.38, which normally that's way too thin for me, but I'm liking it in this pen. All right, I just wrote date night. I kind of wanted to put a heart down, but I also feel like it's not going to show up on top of the orange. Maybe if I kind of go off. Oh, it's kind of cute. Okay, maybe I'll do this darker heart too. Okay, it would be cuter if they were white, if it was on the white matte sticker, but now I kind of want to add hearts in other places. I have one more of these blues. I'm going to put it here. So down here, I just need to put the Old Testament scriptures that I'm reading this week, and I don't know what it is, so I'll fill that in later. And I also want to put the weather up here. So I'm going to grab my weather stickers. I have weather stickers that are about the size of these doodles that I did. I drew those in because I was too lazy to get my weather stickers out at the time. I also have transparent mini icons, and I'm keeping them in this. I got this at Daiso. And I think they're for baseball cards or something like that. They're like that size, but they fit these little mini transparent stickers just perfect. And I believe I know I have weather stickers. Do I have them for me is the question. Have I printed myself some? I thought I did. But maybe I didn't. I love these little stickers. They're just itty bitties and they don't take up a lot of space. I don't have them for me, so I guess I need to go grab some. All right, here are my weather ones. So these are really, really small. Again, if you want bigger ones that are a little bit easier to, I don't know if they're easier, but they're a little bigger. They're easier to see at least. I do have those as well. So I wanted to use these little ones because I'm going to put them up in this tiny little area that I left myself there. And this week we're having like kind of abnormally awesome weather for January. It's really, really beautiful here right now. I mean, Vegas doesn't really get crazy winters, but we do get colder than you'd think. Like we snow sometimes. We definitely wear winter coats. And yeah, oh, these look so cute. I love them. And you get actually, even though this page is so little, you get a lot on here because they're just these little itty bitty icons. Oop. And they fit almost exactly in like a four grid. Does that make sense? 2 across, 2 down, that much of a grid. So I have, I don't know, there's probably 80 different mini icons that you can look through. I have like social media ones. I have all the sports. I have religious ones like a Bible and a church building and stuff. There's just so much workout ones, water and different health. There's injections, there's pills, like if you want to remind yourself about different medications, or if you like, I did the injections for when I was working and as a nurse and I needed like to mark off my days. All right, so I'm going to put the weather up here. So we're in like the 70s this week, which is nuts. All right, so there, it's all set up for the week. It's very functional, which is my priority always. This year, I just need kind of things to work and be simple and easy to use. I'm trying to figure out where the opening is on, oh, there. It's on the side. So yeah, if you are looking for a storage solution for these size of sticker sheets, these baseball card things work great. And it was like, I want to say like $1.50 or something at Daiso. So, and then I just labeled it transparent mini icons on the side so I could grab it easy. All right, that is it. And I hope you enjoyed. I would love to know below if you're picking anything up from the release this week. Also down below, I will have the coupon code for shopping the stickers if you are interested in picking anything up. And I hope you all have an incredible week. I will talk to you very soon. See you. Bye.